Marvel Spider-Man is a 15-hour-long third-person action-adventure game extremely similar to the likes of the Batman Arkham games, where you play of course as Spider-Man, but not just Spider-Man. And this isn't some origin story, which I would have loved, but you're 8 years deep into being Spider-Man. This Spider-Man has a history. He's taken some of my favorite villains down already, but this also means there has to be a universe built around him where he's existed for 8 years. And Insomniac Games does a brilliant job doing this, especially thanks to this game's collectibles. Obviously there's a well-written story here, but we'll get to that later. Manhattan and Marvel Spider-Man is so fun to swing around and grab its collectibles. I'm a sucker for map cleaners. Assassin's Creed is my favorite series of all time, and the open world here feels very much like an Assassin's Creed game would feel. Seeing points to open up the map and show collectibles. And I just loved hunting these things down, digging deep into the lore and the universe I was placed in. But as you swing around grabbing these collectibles and clearing out enemy bases, you'll earn tokens. You'll also be able to stop crimes going on around the city for tokens as well to unlock new suits and gadget upgrades. Gadgets that are unlocked as the story progresses. Progressing the story will also give you tons of XP, so you can work on Spider-Man's skill tree and build the type of Spider-Man around your playstyle. And the story here is just brilliant. So much emotion, humor, and character. Every story mission feels unpredictable. You never know if you'll be crawling through vents and taking out enemies, if you'll be brawling with a group of thugs, or thrown into an action set piece that makes this game feel like a movie at times. It's thrilling the majority of the way through. However, there is a massive chunk of Act 2 that was just so boring and felt so filler to me and unnecessary. It was cool to get smacked with other Spider-Man villains, but these missions didn't feel like they fit in with the rest of the well-polished and well-thought-out game. It felt like padding, and I could have done without these final handful of villains the game makes you deal with. But the ending is worth it to get through this final slog. I also could have done without the stealth missions here. I didn't mind the first one or two, but there's just way too much of it. Combat-wise, I was initially in love with everything about Spider-Man. Combat situations are open as if you're in the city. You're free to swing around, and you have plenty of gadgets by the game's end to even the odds during these moments. Much like the Arkham games, you have 2 striking options. And when an enemy is about to attack, your spidey senses start tingling, giving you a brief window to dodge, which was so clever. I love how much sense it makes in this game for a little you're about to get hit indicator to pop up. However, the combat for me by around hour 10 just starts to feel like a nuisance. It's no longer fun or exciting. I would dread having to deal with enemies, especially towards the end as more annoying enemies are introduced. Unlocking new suits will give you new abilities to play around with, but it's just not enough to keep things interesting. Marvel Spider-Man isn't without its flaws, but this game is still great for fans of Spider-Man or not. If you're a fan of action games, you owe it to yourself to pick this one up. I give Marvel Spider-Man an 8.5 out of 10